Board broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. Perfection, expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and shipping is only $7. If you spend over $100, shipping is absolutely free.
Good morning. And I've covered my cup. Good morning and welcome to Halas Report Game Day Edition. Of course, brought to you by Bear 6 Actual Espresso Roast Coffee. QR code down there for you. I'll leave it for a minute so Mike can hide his haircut for another second. Good morning and welcome to Game. Welcome to Game Day. We've got the Bears, we've got the Colts, and maybe some redemption for the O-line today. We'll see. But welcome to another day of Bears football. 1-1 at this point. Woody, this is kind of where you thought they would be, right? 1-1 at this point.
Woody's not there.
Mike, what about you? You think we'd be there at this point, 1-1?
We deserve to be 0-2, but the defense and special teams bailed us out game 1. This could be a good get-right game. Colts are terrible against the run. We got to establish that.
Well, plus they're missing their best pass rusher. He's out. Yep. This is a chance for that O-line to start getting better. Speaking of people being out, Nate Davis will not be starting. Pryor will be starting instead. So that'll be interesting. So these next couple games are a chance for the O-line to get right. So we'll see what happens there. You need the coffee, and we definitely do need some coffee. Let me throw that link up there for you guys one more time. You scan the QR code back, I'll get the link too for you guys. And put it in the chat. I'm drinking it right now. Good stuff. Give me a second here, and I'll get you guys a link besides the QR code. But you can scan the QR code right there on your screen, and it'll take you there. Or you can click the link. I'm about to put in there for you. If you're on Twitter, you can't click the link. You'll have to hit the QR code. So I'll leave it up there because Twitter, your comments won't show up here yet. They're working on it on Restream. But there you go. Bernice says we're supposed to be 2-0. We better win the next 7 games.
No. We got the easier defenses to play against coming up.
This is going to be a little bit better of a ride on the schedule. We got 2 really good defenses to start the year. We're going to be hitting. Let me pull the schedule here, guys. next part of the schedule should be a little easier as I pull it up for the O line. We got Indy this week, of course. Then we go to the Rams, and they've got a lot of injuries. Then we got Carolina. If you can't get right by during Carolina, then we go to London to play Jack. Get the bye week, and then week 8 we go to Washington, and then Arizona. So a lot of winnable games there. All of them winnable. One or two tougher than the others, but there's a lot of opportunity for this offensive line to get right.
Yep.
So actually, I'll be going to the game in Washington. I just found out Wednesday night when we were live. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm sitting right in the end zone too, like 7 rows off the field. Should be nice. But today's game, Mike. Well, actually, let's go over last week. Mike, you got the PFF grades from last week. Producer Mike.
Sure do.
There we go. Yeah, let's start doing some of the PFF grades. You've lost Woody for the moment. Here we go. So offensively, not too well. Defensively, doing well. Let me guess. Let me guess who's in first for points scored, Mike. It's got to be. Let me see. New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah. That's for sure.
So we're doing pretty good there. I mean, defense is in the top 5. Offense, though, definitely needs to do some improving. All right, here's the O line. You know,
Coleman Sheldon.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm happy to see that improvement over week 1. That was an improvement over week 1. So the center position is okay. The weak spot, of course, was the complete right side, which was Nate Davis and Darnell Wright. I attribute a lot of Darnell Wright's poor play to Nate Davis because he's trying to, instinctively cover down for his teammate, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching some of the videos, and Darnell Wright was just getting juked and passed right by. Like, he didn't even move. He froze. He got froze. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Yeah, that he's not very good at that juke move. Like, he's not a tackler. You're an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see Tevin Jenkins, though, had another pretty decent game. So Tevin had 2 decent games. Darnell had a good game and a bad game, but it's good to see the center position starting to firm up. So hopefully we see some grades all in the 70s across the line after today. That should help. All right, offensive grades. Not surprised
No.
by any of this.
Williams is down so far because no touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's what brings his down hugely.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Like the receive, guys are big. Look, we can't run, we can't throw because of the line. That makes some sense too. I expect to see those numbers go up. Jason, the stream for the game. If you well, there's 2 different ways to do it. One, if you can on Facebook, go to Mike the Bear Fan and then hit the subscribe button, subscriber section, which is $2.99 a month, or reach out to Mike the Bear Fan, and we'll get you another way into the live stream today.
Yeah, if it doesn't work for the subscriptions, private message me. Do it here pretty quick, and then I'll give you my PayPal information. I'll add you to a messenger group. That way I can send a link to everybody at one time.
Yep. Yeah. All right, now we're at defense. This is worse than good. So, wow, Jalen's only second. Who's first right now?
Yeah, it's for the secondary.
Yeah, I know. Who's first? If not Jalen, he's been shut down. Yeah, I know. Who's first? Yeah, I mean, Tyreek Stevenson, they do go after him, but he does make some plays. But I like to see him improve a little bit.
I'm surprised Brisker's 23rd. Oh, that makes sense. I take that back.
They did give up some big plays last week. That
Yeah.
for the most part, they've been bend don't break, especially with the extended amount of field time they're getting. So not terrible. Every rookie quarterback is 0 TDs and 2 picks. Be honest and start over. Okay, JB. Um, yeah, the D line.
Andrew Billings has been great on the
Yeah.
interior line.
Well, here's the scary thing. Montez Sweat hasn't even gotten really fired up yet. Like he's playing better every week. His numbers have been getting better every week. When he gets going and he gets up the 24th into the 20s, and that look out. Uh, Edmonds and Edwards. I mean, I think they've been playing great. In the four, and actually Jack Sanborn's numbers pretty good too, if I remember correctly. That the linebacking core has been pretty good. The line's been solid. Um,
Yeah, what Montez on the edge, he brings a lot more than just getting to the quarterback. They have
right.
the double team. They have the plan for that opens up for Billings and Taylor and Dexter.
Yeah, he has
Well,
been
look at
a lot
Billings and
more this year.
Dexter. Look at Billings and Dexter, how where they're at. I mean, last year the interior everyone was complaining about it. Well, now look at them.
Well, that's because, like what Mike said, it's double team and Sweat more, and it's giving one of them guys an opportunity. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
But they've just played better though. Even I mean, I get what Mike is saying. There's truth to that, but we've
Oh,
seen them both improve over the last year and a half in this defense. Like D lines are like offensive lines to a degree, right? But they seem to gel faster. Those guys have been playing really well. Tony, how you watch the game? Like I said, we just said a few minutes ago, go to Mike the Bear fan on Facebook, and if you've already liked and followed the page, you should see a subscribe button. Click that subscribe button, $2.99 a month, cancelable at any time, and then we'll get you into a chat group with the link. If you can't do that, um, if you can't do that, then just direct message uh, Mike the Bear fan directly. We'll get you PayPal, get you set up, get you into the link, and we'll go. Um, so yeah, that's how you can catch the game today on the subscription side of Mike the Bear fan. Uh-oh, it looks like Mike's having camera problems. So that's how you can watch the game. I mean, the PFF grades are getting better. Um, I don't know, Woody. What do you think
What about today's game or overall?
about what we just went through, like the PFF grades?
I was away, but sorry about that. Yeah, I'm I'm with Mike. I'm surprised Brisker is not higher. I mean, I guarantee if Gordon would have made that interception last week, his PFF would have been higher as well. That was a tough catch
correct.
though.
Well,
But
it's for like DBs. It wasn't specifically for like safeties or cornerbacks. It was like all of them.
oh, okay. I'm not too surprised, but yeah, just Brisker. Our linebackers. I mean, I think last week was the first time that Edmonds was tied with total tackles, so he's coming around after he got a little bit of injury last year. TJ Edwards is TJ Edwards on our defense and stuff, and Mike was right too about Billings is doing a killer job in the middle.
It's getting a little bit better. This should be a get right game. Um, I don't know. I mean, today we've got some injuries. We can go to today's game real quick. We got some injuries. The injury report came out late. It was pretty big during the middle of the week. Like the injury report was huge. Now it's a little bit smaller. Go figure. There we go. So no Keenan Allen. Um, I think he's about a week or so out. Not sure if Jones is a healthy scratch or what. No blasting game. Um, I think we kind of miss him. Um,
Pickens.
Pickens. And here's a question. Sewell, how often has this guy actually not been on the injury list versus being on? It seems like ever since we got drafted him, this is where he's been.
Well, I have to read up on it, see if he's has a particular injury or if he's a healthy scratch.
I mean, I think he's been inactive this whole season so far.
Well, that's saying a lot for our linebackers, to be honest with you. But I'll have to see. It was his toe, but I can't see his toe being hurting for 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's been out for just a minute. I mean, Keenan hopefully will be close. I think Keenan's a week or so out. But there's all the things he does on the sideline during the game, even when he's not playing. Like you see him talking to Caleb, you see him talking to other receivers. You see him doing things that's still a positive for the team. Um, I just can't wait till he gets back on the field.
Yeah, the thing is that, with surprisingly, Nate Davis isn't playing today, so they're going to start Matt Pryor. The key is, though, Indianapolis is, Buckner's on the IR. So this is when our running game, this is why I wore the Matt Forte jersey today. We got to get that running game in today with that defensive line hurt for Indianapolis, get that run game going. And when we do have to pass, maybe we'll have some time to protect Caleb today.
Well, we should, considering that DeForest Buckner is out.
Yep.
So I mean, there's that.
Pittman is playing now for Indianapolis, one of their star receivers. So, and Anthony, Richardson, people are saying that he has the best arm in the NFL. So we got to, be disciplined back there. Acknowledge his legs, what he can do on his legs, but we got to definitely look after his arm when he's going to throw.
With Richardson, it's just a matter of staying away from the big play.
Yep.
That's where he gets people with the big play. If you can limit it, I mean, all his everything he's done is come off big play. So if we can limit the big play, we're good.
And they're not even saying anything about Jonathan Taylor yet. So
I think he was. Let me check their inactive. I thought he Pittman's out.
they just said he was playing.
Or no, he was questionable, so maybe he is playing. There's Latu playing? He's questionable as well.
There's only two. Yeah, they're questionable. So they have really a healthy squad except the people on their IR.
Oh, of course, for us, no Travis Homer. He's not on the inactive list, but he's out too.
Yep.
No Travis Homer today. So maybe Roshan will get some touches finally. They'll get him going.
But the key stat that I was looking at, I mentioned this on Wednesday too, is that Indianapolis is, it's only 2 weeks, but they give up 400 yards a game. That's second last in the league.
Yeah.
Got to take advantage of that.
The O-line, this is a good chance to get the O-line right. As JB states the obvious there about the O-line, we got to get them right. And that's what we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks. So if they can get them right, they'll be good. Let me get Mike back in here. He's having some camera issues. Let me get back in there. We go. All right, there you are, Mike. The camera's not working, but we can hear you.
Yeah, something wrong with the background. I guess
Interesting.
the producer Mike's having the same problem.
I see you though.
Oh,
by the way, Steve, my wife loves your beans. Just
she loves her Bear 6 Actual.
Absolutely.
Good morning,
Thank you very much, guys. She She's like, wow. That's all she said.
Throw it back up there.
Oh.
That's what we're talking about. Oh, now you can't see myself or Woody. The screen just
Sorry.
looks much better.
I was when you guys were talking about Roshan getting more touches. I love to see him hit in the red zone. Just pound it in.
I like to see him in the open field get more. Of course, there's QR code guys for the beans. Good stuff. Yeah, see, Matt gets it. Captain Obvious. But yeah, he should get more touches today, Mike. I would assume he gets more touches.
I saw the QB rating before last week. Caleb Williams was 3 of 12 under pressure with 15 yards and 1 interception. That came out to like a 21.4 QBR.
Yeah.
You can't blame that all on him. But if these teams every week, they practice all week before the game, this team has no offensive line. We're going to fucking blitz the whole time.
And people already joined. Started already.
We got to beware every game that this defense is going to rush.
JB, Captain Obvious, as we're now calling him. I think Matt and I can agree that that's going to be his new name, besides Homer. So the Captain Obvious Homer, I guess JB. He's like, well, they're going to blitz the Bears since they can prove otherwise. Well, I think this is a week where they'll be able to prove otherwise because the Colts they're missing some people, right? And that's going to help that line solidify because if they get to us today without the Forrest Buckner, with a weakened D line, and they still get to us, then the problem is worse than we thought. So this should be a game we should be able to protect a little bit better. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, we got you, Mike. They should be better today. You would think they'd be better today. The scores have been improving on PFF. No Nate Davis, you would think would make us better today. And that's the sad thing with Nate Davis. We signed him because he was pretty good. Or, Poles wouldn't have signed him. And then he gets here and, okay, I got my payday. I don't want to practice anymore. And now he's in a position where it costs the Bears more to cut him than it not. I was like, I don't get this cat. I really don't get him.
Well, if Matt Pryor looks really good at the right guard position, you just swallow the money and let Nick Davis go?
No, what? No.
Or you just drop him down on the depth?
Yeah. Because Mike, at this point, if you cut him, there's nothing to replace him with, per se. Like, you don't have options, right? If you have options, then yeah, you can go ahead and cut the dude and be done with him. But the problem is, what are your options? Like, if you cut Nate Davis, what are your options to replace him on the roster right now?
You're gonna have to go get somebody off somebody else's practice squad.
Yeah, somebody wants to practice.
Yeah. So, but that's a thing. Like, his PFF wasn't terrible, wasn't great, but he's serviceable in rotation still. Maybe not as a starter, but I think he'd be serviceable in rotational duty. And considering you lose money to cut him, you might not want to take the financial hit because you want to save the money for the trade deadline.
Freaking Matt. Matt's hilarious. Yeah, I doubt it would be a reunited with Justin Fields and Harrison. It won't be like a Burrow, Jamar Chase reuniting. So at least Cincinnati had a good offensive line. So
yeah, keyword there.
That first year Burrow got there, remember he got his rookie year, he got his ankle broken because of that offensive line.
Listen, this is
more Terry.
Since Cincinnati, the last 3 years started 0-2. It's so they'll probably come around. They get T. Higgins back today, so he has another threat to throw to. So,
I'm surprised at how many 0-2 teams there are right now.
Yeah.
Or some of the. I'm not surprised.
Baltimore? Holy shit.
Well, let me change that. I'm not surprised at how many. I'm surprised at some of the teams that are. That's probably
I'm surprised at some teams. Minnesota 2-0.
yeah.
Who expected that?
Oh.
But they play the Texans today, so that's
Well,
gonna be a good game.
It was good to see the Patriots are coming back down after the Week 1 win. Everyone going, what the hell?
Yeah.
Now, when they beat the Bungles, now they're back to being 1-2 after the Jets, after their Week 1 disappointment, kind of came back, and now they're playing better. Not surprised the Broncos are 0-2. Not surprised the Bucks are 2-0. Because that Lions game was kind of going to be one of those, either team could win type of game. So I'm not completely surprised the Bucks got that game.
Is anybody on the panel surprised that Carolina benched Bryce?
Not after he demanded the trade.
Not well. I'm surprised they only benched him after 2 weeks.
Red
I thought
Rocket,
he had more time.
Red Rocket, baby, Red Rocket.
Red Rocket
All
starts
I
today.
got to say.
This is what I'm surprised.
Adam Thielen's probably jumping up and down for joy.
This game is also on CBS. The Bears are on CBS today, by the way, for those watching on their local television station. So it's not Fox. But here, the game's at the same time. The Chargers and the Steelers are both 2-0. Who saw that one coming?
No one saw. I never saw the Chargers being 2-0.
What about the
Not
Steelers?
everybody they lost, but J.K. Dobbins leading the league in rushing. He's coming around too.
He's come back. And you knew Harbaugh coaches teams well, so you knew they'd be competitive. But then, the Steelers are 2-0?
Yeah.
Defense.
Justin is doing just enough to not harm the team. Wait a minute. We're saying that. He hasn't thrown a pick. He hasn't fumbled to give the ball a turnover.
That's what I'm saying. He's been playing good ball. And here's another interesting 2-0 team. The Texans, which is not a surprise. I mean, a lot of people picked them to beat the Bears. It was a game that we obviously still could have won. We had a chance. We just didn't get it. And they're playing a very surprising 2-0 Vikings team whose defense has been, it's just ridiculous how good their defense has been.
And again,
that's gonna be a good game. That game is also at noon on CBS.
And another game is that the Eagles are going to lose also at 1 p.m. They go down to New Orleans.
Oh yeah, they're playing. The Sheagles are going to NOLA. Yeah, they're lose.
Fuck the Sheagles, people. Fuck them.
Well, the Pack Turds get the 0-2 Titans on Fox, but no Jordan Love today. So a chance for that good Titans defense. See if they can stop the run game. Because Packer fans got to be happy. The run game is as advertised.
And it just said Joe Mixon isn't playing for Houston today either.
Ooh.
Really?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was TJ Edwards did that.
Did he get fined? Did he get fined or not?
I'm not sure if he did or not.
Who got fined?
TJ Edwards on that hip tackle.
Yeah, he did. He got fined more than the guy who punched Roshan. $14,000 fine. The guy who punched Roshan got an $11,000 fine for the punch.
It should be $11,000. Hey, it should be $11,000 fine plus another 10 because he wasn't even in the game.
Right. NFL is
Right.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
Since you said about the hip tackle, what do you guys think about the hip tackle? I personally think it's stupid.
You can't.
So, here's the thing, though.
It's like sacking the quarterback. You cannot control your weight going down.
Right.
On a
and you're bringing them down. You're bringing them down.
Absolutely. You can't control that shit.
Here's the thing about the rule. It's not. We haven't seen a flag in the game because there are so many components to it. It's been one of those rules that they've been enforcing via fines after the fact. I have yet to see a flag in a game for a hip drop tackle. It's all been fines. On Thursday morning, finalist comes out and I'm on it. Oh, they're calling that. For him, it wasn't a hip drag. They called it. What they call it? A leg drag or something. They called it something. But yeah, they're not. He didn't get flagged in game for it. NFL's been processing that after the fact, on Thursday morning when the list comes out of fines. So game-wise, it's not affecting the game itself per se, but it's affecting guys' wallets from Thursday. So I don't know how I feel about it because you don't really hear about it unless you're looking every week at the fine list.
Mhm.
If you're looking at the fine list, that's the only way you're going to see it.
And I don't know if there's any roughing the passer calls been challenged yet either, because there's a new rule on that.
Let me pull up the week 2 fine.
Well, congratulations, JB. You got Allen Robinson dressed. Awesome.
Allen Robinson's with the Lions now?
Yep.
Good luck with that guy.
Giants cut him and Lions picked him up.
Good luck with him.
They don't need any more fucking firepower there.
Allen Robinson is not the same player he used to be.
No. No.
Why do these guys want to give me a news article? I just want to break down on the list. There we go. I love Spotrac. They just give me what I want, which is a list. Okay. Yep. Week 2 fines. Okay, we don't care about that one. Drake line 14,000 gesture.
Oh, with the gunshot?
Okay, so TJ Edwards, $16,000 fine for hip drop. Zach Pickens, $7,000 for roughing the passer. Tyreek Stevenson, $8,000 for taunting. Jamar Chase got $31,000 fine.
I know Derek
other
Carr got
non-physical offense for verbal or non-other physical offense against an official. Hilarious.
Wasn't there a quarterback that grabbed his crotch too, or a wide
that was
Yeah,
Derek Carr.
I haven't gotten there yet, but yeah, you got 14,000 for Derek Carr did for that one. PJ Locke hit on a defensive player. Okay. PJ Locke also got fined for uniform or equipment violation. He paid almost $27,000 in fines last week. Wow.
Here's a check. Oh, wait, let me see. I might have it in cash in my car.
You know, for some of the players, that can get really
Nico
expensive,
Collins,
especially
okay,
guys
from
who are not
Houston.
making millions of
So
dollars.
from Houston, okay, so Aziz Al-Shair, who punched Roshan, paid $11,817 for that punch. Nico Collins got a striking, kicking, kneeing penalty for the same amount of money. Mario Edwards got fined $7,800 for roughing the passer for the Bears game for Houston last week. Here we go. Nick Bolton from Kansas City got a hip drop tackle. Deshaun Johnson from the Rams, hip drop tackle. Oh, here's one you haven't seen in a while. Chuck Clark from the Jets got one for a horse collar. CJ Mosley from the Jets, hip drop tackle. Face masks in there.
See, I wonder if these are being called as a penalty or because they're hard to declare.
No, they're not being called in the game. A lot of these were not called in the game. Like the roughing the passer ones, that the fines, those were not flagged in the game. They're after the fact, and the NFL looks at it. That's it for this. That's it for last week. So sometimes you get a couple. Like if you look at the Bears game, we didn't get Zach Pickens got signed $7,000 for roughing the passer. That was not flagged in the game, and we know damn sure that Mario Edwards roughing the passer penalty was not called in that game because we don't draw those flags in Chicago. So these are fines. A lot of them, like the hip drops, the fine is happening after the fact because there's 4 components that make it a hip drop, and it's too much for them to try to do it live. So they catch it.
Well, Ken, check that out. Check that out because Mario Edwards did get called for a 15-yard penalty in that game against us.
That maybe we did get catch a rough in the past. I didn't think we did, but
Yeah.
roughing the passer, they sometimes come after the fact. And then hip drop is after the fact. Or they the foot drag or whatever. Some of these fines, most of those fines are after the fact. I didn't think he got flagged for roughing the passer. Maybe he did. So I mean that's how the NFL is dealing with the hip drop. Those it's not being flagged in game; they're being fined.
Because they're hard to see. They're hard to call that shit.
They're hard to rule. Yeah, because all TJ had to do is stick one foot into the ground, and then you can't call it a hip drop tackle.
Yeah, because they seen Joe Mixon's ankle get caught up. And I'm surprised they didn't
also,
call that.
though, he's grabbing his waist. He's like in a seated position with his feet in front of him, just being dragged. I mean, that's why and then he had to throw his body weight around. That's why.
So I'd rather just do that because if he didn't catch him from behind, probably would have kept running.
That's a hard one, man. It's like you're not gonna let the guy go. You're gonna try to tackle him. So I mean, and if the guy's that strong that he stops your momentum, where you have to, but you're not gonna let him go. You're still gonna try to bring him down. So that's one of those tough ones. Like I get that they don't want to do it, but you're never gonna get rid of it. It's not that it's more situational how it happens, right? It's not like a guy. Well, I'm going to hip drop tackle this guy. They go for the tackle, and the guy's so strong, he starts pulling him. He's still got to bring him down. You're not going to let them. What are they going to expect the guys to do? Let him go?
Yeah, it's all instinct.
Just grab him by his waist and then flip him over his head. Oh, that's right.
No, you can't do that. That's a penalty too.
That's a broken neck penalty. I forgot.
That's what that is. No German suplexes. Sorry. So I mean, it's one of those weird penalties.
Compliments of Captain Insano.
Yeah, listen, this is football. It's a tackle sport. It's a dangerous sport to play. I'd be more concerned about late hits, head-to-head contact. Even with I was watching some college games yesterday, and some of these receivers, running backs, what happened with dipping the head for the offensive player, and they would get penalty for that too, because when that defenseman is engaged to go low tackle around his waist, and that offensive player dips his head, it's a head-to-head contact. That defenseman gets called all the time for a penalty for that.
Yeah. So they got to change a few things. As far as I mean, I don't know what else you're going to do as a player with some of these penalties.
Maybe because there's too many torn ACLs. Maybe I have no idea.
Is Matt JB going at it in the comments there about Detroit, huh?
The toilet. Whoa. Wow, man. No love there.
Wow, the toilet.
Come on, JB. Fight back, JB. Bite
I'm
his
waiting to
knees
hear
off.
the same old Lions. Who do the Lions play today, too? Where
they play what? The Lions play Arizona.
Yeah, play Arizona. That's going to be a good team.
That's going to be a good game. What time is that game, too? Please tell. Okay, good. That's a 3:25 game on Fox. I might watch that. Too.
I don't know, but you better cover Marvin Harrison Jr. 130. He had 131 yards last week, and they're all in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean the 3:00 games there: the Dolphins at the Sea Chickens, the Panthers at the Raiders, the Niners at the Rams, the Toilet at the Cardinals, the Ravens at the Cowboys.
JB, and I know I'm a Chicago fan. I'm gonna side Matt. Detroit is declared the worst city, dangerous city to live in the United States. It's not better in Chicago.
They don't even have better food.
No, we have the much better food. Fuck that. Chicago? Oh, shit.
Why are you talking shit about Chicago? Look at Green Bay. There's nothing there.
There's bench seats there.
They got fields. It's pleasant. It's quiet. It's serene.
They got cheese.
They got cows.
They got cheese. They got the Fox River. I can go fishing.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's a Green Bay has its appeal when you want to get out of the hustle and bustle of a real city. I mean, and then Detroit. I don't know why you'd want to move there. They don't have good food, high crime, bad sports.
I would just go there to see hardcore pawn. That's about it.
That's it.
8
Oh,
miles.
Oh yeah.
8
Yeah,
miles.
go see some 8 Mile.
Les
Yeah, yeah.
Gold. Les Gold. I remember that guy.
Drop by M's house, maybe drop by Kid Rock's place. No, Kid Rock even left. He lives in Tennessee now. Detroit's so good, Kid Rock left it and moved to Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how good Detroit is. I love Little Mexico. Yeah. Good games today. I don't know. I know a lot of guys made the bus trip down. I saw Bear Mysterio. They were on a bus yesterday, drinking the Malort, of course.
I thought it was Modelo.
No, they had the Malort out on the bus because he was posting on X pictures and videos of them going down. The bottle of Malort somehow mysteriously came out.
You know how they were just talking about Chicago? JB don't even live in Detroit. He lives in Florida.
No, he does. He lives in Michigan. He writes for a paper that's out of Florida that writes about Detroit.
Oh.
Here he comes.
Oh, yeah,
He's trying to be the new stat master.
Yeah, no, it took him about 10 minutes, so you had to Google that quick.
You had to Google it.
That's fine. I like that.
Yeah. Does Detroit have any beaches? No. Okay. What does Detroit have? Yeah, he lives in Michigan.
What does Detroit have?
What do they actually have? I mean, if I was going to visit Detroit, why would I want to visit Detroit?
They got the Ford dealer.
Oh, I can go see factories that barely produce.
Where they make the new Broncos.
Yeah, so it's good games today. I don't know what else to expect from this Bears game today. I mean, I just expect the O-line to play better. The running game, they need to establish it. And that should open the passing game. So let's ask this question. Does Caleb, who, not for lack of trying, because he's had a couple that should have been or super close, does he get his first passing touchdown today?
He will get his first passing.
I say yeah today.
Who is the recipient?
DJ.
Oh. I say it's first and goal from the 9-yard line. Gerard Everett.
Jeez, he's being specific with it.
Well,
I'm going to go with Odunze. I don't know why those two, but they've been trying to connect. I'm going to go with Odunze. They're going to make the connection today. In fact, I think Odunze will have a pretty good day today. Yes.
Is he 100%? Oh.
Yeah, Steve, I just said the wife loves the coffee. Yeah, that's all she said. Absolutely.
And once again, here's the QR code for those wanting to get some. Steve, by the way, is the guy who makes the coffee, if you're wondering, up there in the comments. So you can reach out to Steve directly, of course. There's the QR code. I'll throw the link in the chat again for the Bear Assist Espresso so you can go to it.
Yeah, man. Come on. I was the only one on the show to buy one. Let's go.
No, I'm drinking it right now, Woody.
Oh, okay.
And Mike's got it too. You're the third on the show.
Oh, when Steve called me, he says, "Hey, Woody, congratulations. You're the first one on the show to buy some."
You're the first one to buy it off the show from the QR
code.
Oh,
off the show. That's where then you don't need the QR code then. Fuck it.
and anyway, I want to do one more thing. Just because he's watching, he's here because I know if I can make a veteran smile. Yeah. Oh, now he's like, "Oh, you're Woody." Okay. Hey, real quick. This is for Steve. Right here. We'll be back 1 second.
Perfection. Expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and shipping is only $7. If you spend over $100, shipping is absolutely free.
And else I wanted to add to that is when you buy some in the box, you get a veterans door hanger. Thank you, Steve.
No one's blocking your comments, JB. Yeah. You know, or a sticker. I got the door hanger. I got a sticker last time on order 2. Yeah, he always throws something in there. If he's got a new coffee he's rolling out, you may get surprised and get a bonus bag, like a small sampler of the new. Was it Task Force Alpha just came out? And what was the other one? I think he's had 2: Task Force Alpha and Foxtrot. I think it was Foxtrot. But yeah, I mean, he's got tons. Look at all the coffees are a military theme, obviously. I've got Sierra, Whiskey, and Bear 6 Actual. Yeah, Foxtrot is the new one. And Lima, Foxtrot Lima. There we go. All his coffees are great. In fact, you know those big not high C. What's the other kids drink? Wine punch. You know the big, huge.
Oh yeah, one with the little handle on it.
Yeah. I finished one, washed it all out, and I made, using Task Force Sierra, I made the whole thing full of cold brew.
Oh.
So yesterday I had my first glass of it that sat in the fridge for 2 days after I made it, and it's phenomenal cold brew.
Yeah, Jody got the ground coffee, the roasted beans.
It's all about the way he does the beans. Yeah, so like good coffee, whether you get the Bear 6 Actual or one of the other ones like Foxtrot or Lima or whiskey. If you're a whiskey drinker, like I'm not even a whiskey drinker, and I love Task Force whiskey. It just smells like I cracked open a bottle of Jameson and said, "Let's go." So yeah, good stuff. So yeah, we'll be drinking some good coffee during the game today. I don't really drink beer too often, so once the hot coffee's gone, I'll transition to the cold brew for the game. Maybe I'll put a little something in it. I don't know. But hey, Steve, your Cowgirls are playing today against
the 0-2 Ravens.
Yeah. After they got their ass whooped by NOLA last week. How are you feeling, Steve? I know it'll take a second for you to comment to catch up. How are you feeling about your chances today against the Ravens? Woody, you got to figure the Ravens are out for blood today. They can't go 0-3.
Yeah, but that division now, you know, Cincinnati with T. Higgins back, Cleveland's good, and with Pittsburgh 2-0, if Ravens go 0-3, they're going to be in trouble. So it's going to be a fight down there. I think it's going to be a lot of rushing with Henry, and then you got to worry about Lamar. The dark horse though is Flowers. He's a great young receiver. Man, can he fucking run routes? Jesus Christ. But that's going to be a good game, I think. It's going to be a good game.
I love his comment. If we lose.
The thing I was thinking about, it's not Zeke, but if you take CeeDee Lamb out of who else is there on offense? That's the question. So
yeah, I mean, it's at home. It's Dallas at home. So look, you've got a team that can't afford to go 0-3, Baltimore, who a lot of people picked to go to the AFC Championship game at the beginning of the year. Then you got a Cowboys team who just got thoroughly embarrassed last week, home opener. Derek Carr came in doing his Michael Jackson $14,000 fine dance after scoring a touchdown, and they whooped on you. And so now you want some revenge, right? You want to show your fans, hey, we're not this bad. That's going to be that's a late game. That's a 3:00 game or 3:25 game, 4:25 for you East Coasters. That's got to be the game to watch. So I think we'll both be watching with Steve. Steve, I take it you're taking the Cowgirls in that game. Who are you taking in that game, Baltimore or the Cowgirls?
I'm taking Dallas at home because my pops. I'm going to root for him all year.
Good ditty on them boys. I'm torn on this one, man. I mean, it's so hard for me to see Baltimore going 0-3.
It's a tough play. Dallas lost one.
Yeah, they got destroyed last week, so maybe
Right.
that
But that's the other stat. That's the other stat I wanted to tell you too, Ken. The last 3 games for NOLA, they averaged 44 points a game.
I know
A game.
They're ridiculous. They are ridiculous right now. It's gonna be a great game. You know what? Just because Steve makes great coffee, I'll go with the girls.
Yep.
Steve, you're getting your team a prediction just because I like your coffee, which is phenomenal.
All right, Steve, here's the real question. Even though, we said the Cowboys will win, what do you think about the Bears-Colts game today? And be honest, I'm very mellow, laid-back person, and I won't strike at you.
Billy, he needs to. We were talking about that earlier. I think today's the day, though. Today's the day, brother. Oh, hey, Billy, let me know if you're going to be at Week 8 in Washington. I'm going to be at that game. I just found out Wednesday night.
We all found out.
Yeah, live. They brought the baby. Wrote on his diaper was, "You got to look at the baby's butt." I'm like, why do I want to look at the baby's butt? And that's what they wrote.
And then I saw the replay on your page, too.
Yeah. Jesus. They wrote on the baby's butt. Steve is also taking the Bears. Outstanding. See, he doesn't just make good coffee. He's got good taste.
Yep. Wow, Jimmy Johnson is going with Minnesota today over Houston.
That's going to be a game.
Wow. I'm looking forward to the, I know it's not too much, 49ers Rams for our game next week.
Well, Billy, I'm in the end zone for Washington, so if a certain sign were to make it my way, I could
Can't
hold
do
it
that.
up.
You gotta make a sign. It says the asshole behind me can't see. 1:00, Steve. 1:00.
Yeah, we're the early game.
Eastern.
Yeah, he's on the East Coast with you. They're at good old Fort Bragg, North Carolina, in Vietnam.
Yes.
He wakes up in the morning, goes, "Good morning, Vietnam."
Oh, jeez.
Those who know.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
Yeah, no, Vietnam.
Yeah, I got you.
Vietnam. Yeah, those who know.
So we're gonna go with our predictions.
The Colts are gonna go to 0-3. Yeah, let's go with our Bears Colts predictions. Only me and you. Mike's getting the game feed ready. The other, or is he still here? Yeah, it's just the two of us, and the other Mike had technical difficulties. So why don't you go ahead and give us your Bears Colts prediction?
I say we're gonna
give
get our
us your prediction. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, one more
put it
thing.
on Mike.
Everyone give us your prediction in the comments while Woody gives this prediction on air. Go ahead. Sorry.
CBS, Steve. CBS. I think we're gonna get our running game on. That's a must. The first 2 games they're absent. With Indianapolis is off defensive line hurt without Buckner as a key loss. I did pick the Chicago Bears to win 24-13.
Yeah, I think the offense gets it going today with a depleted and Colts D line that's already not good against the run. I think it's just worse without Buckner. I think the run game gets going today. I think the passing game gets going as a result of that. This offensive line starts to put it together, start getting where it needs to be. I'm going to go the Bears break out today against a team that's kind of like, look, there's blood in the water, and the Bears smell it. I think the Bears win 32-13.
Woo! And like I said before, Indianapolis
last in rush yards, 31st in yards per game, 29th on third down percentage, and they're dead last in time possession. Indianapolis Colts.
They give up 400 yards a game.
So I'm gonna say they're gonna go big. It's a go big kind of day.
All depends on that offensive line too.
Yeah.
If they protect Caleb, look out.
Here's the bad thing, and this isn't a rant, but it's a bad thing. Don't overinflated if they do go off today, guys. It doesn't mean that this is a bad Colts team defensively. If the offense goes off today, don't go, oh my God, we're anointed now. No, this is game one of a multi-game process to see how if this offensive line can get together before we get to Arizona or Jacksonville, which is also a surprising team at how bad their start has been. The next couple games, though, are games that our offensive line can start to look better, start to look good. We still got to deal with Jonathan Taylor and their offense, but our offensive line can start to look better. So if they look great today, don't be like, oh, my God, it's fixed. No. This is just a step in the right direction.
Nope. Yeah, the Chicago Bears homers, if we win big today, don't say, oh, my God, division. No, don't do it.
No, but, I mean, look, being 2-1 will put us in a nice spot. So I'm not going to complain about that, going 2-1. I mean, it's where we should be by what we were predicting preseason. We're not far off. I think that the thing that we got bailed out in week 1 by the defense, but we knew that there were going to be games of defense we're going to have to do it. Week 2, we were in it. We had an opportunity to win at the end. I think it's a lot better than a lot of people thought it was going to be. This is a good team. We just got to put some pieces together. But we're drawing close. Well, how much time do you want for the rant, Woody? We got about 4 minutes left right now.
Oh, give me about 2 minutes.
All right. So we got 2 more minutes before Woody's going to close us out with his rant. Because Woody, as you all know, has no opinion.
Nope.
But
no
he does like
idea.
Steve's roasted nuts. Or no, his roasted beans. He doesn't roast nuts, just beans. Yeah. So, yeah, Steve, where is everyone on your channel? All over the place. It's a weird pregame today, but all over the place. Of course, got some guys already getting into the live stream with Mike. That's where Mike is right now. He set up the game stream. Yeah, I'm looking forward today. It's going to be a fun day. I can't believe we're already in week 3. Boy, the time flies. Some good games to watch. I'm going to enjoy them. Don't forget, everyone, tomorrow morning, 10 to 10 in the morning, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. on the East. There is a Packers show or some show for them tomorrow night. Wednesday night, we'll be back with Halas Hall breaking down what we see today in the game. And then we got next Sunday, of course, we'll be here for pregame. So a bunch of things coming up. Thank you guys for sticking with us as we've made some changes here. And don't forget also Wednesday announcement for Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. Changed the time slot. There was a confliction, and we had to work out as we've changed our streaming providers. Some unforeseen hiccups. So we'll be at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, Central, 8 p.m. On the East. That is a programming note change. Woody, why don't you take us on out of here and rant us on home?
Oh, I'll rant. This is the game right here. Bears, you hear me, coaches, everybody. Offensive line, get this running game going. I believe it's going to happen today. Our defense, don't lax. If our offense, scores a lot of points, keep your same intensity. And our running backs are having a good game. Caleb's going to have his first touchdown pass today. Bears are going to win 24-13. That's my rant. That's the Woody wrap-up. Roast your beans. We'll see you Wednesday.
Bear down.
Total Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Halas Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails. NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions news, make sure